Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, peeplings. Hope you're all having a fabulous day. I was going to do this video yesterday, but then of course I realised it would be very, very tactless. It was Remembrance Sunday. I thought the royal family, as usual, represented everything perfectly. And although I've never personally served in any of the forces, I do respect all of the people who have, and obviously people who've lost their lives. And so I didn't think it was quite right, even though Harry and Meghan, I mean, I suppose they can't help when is it Kris Jenner decides to have a birthday party. But, oh my, how the mighty have fallen. So I mean, my very, very first initial thoughts when I saw it was, how did a Z-list, not even celebrity, like Markle, how did she and Harry bag an invitation, not to an A-lister bash? I wouldn't call them A-listers, but they're certainly people of renown, aren't they? They're people, you know, I recognise these people who are there at the party. So I thought we'd go through something pretty interesting, actually. I mean, there are quite a few there that I'm not quite sure who they are, but there were one or two faces that really, really screamed out to me for attention. And then it occurred to me, only to me, that there is a possibility as to why, after all these years, you'll have to excuse my attire. I'm on with the deck on the front. It's going on forever. This is my excuse to get out of it. Come chat to you guys for a bit. It occurred to me, and I've got to be very careful how I word this, but yeah, I suppose you'll all draw your own conclusions, that there may be reasons after, 7-8 years, Markle's been hanging around and she's never had any invites to anything Hollywood or anything Silicon Valley or anyone of serious renown. And let's not forget, this birthday party is hosted at Jeff Bezos's mansion. Yeah, Zuckerberg's there. Actually, I haven't looked up Bezos with regard to this. But of course, because of all the stuff that was happening with Andrew over the last few weeks, you know, it's in my mind. So I see people like Bill Gates, and it has not escaped my attention that a lot of you have mentioned the name Bill Gates in the comments over the last few weeks. And there he is at the birthday party, sporting some sort of a tuxedo and carrying a birthday present and looking very, very cheery. Of course, Tyler Perry was there as well. Isn't he having one or two doodahs at the moment? But I mean, Bill Gates, I'm gonna cover Bill quite a lot because I mean, as I said before, I'm not that up on that Epstein story. You know, back in the day, I was really busy working, kids busy doing their thing, Graham doing his thing. Oh, good grief, there was a lot going on. Trying to fix the damn boat up as usual. You know, they're going to put that on my tombstone. She didn't quite finish doing the boat up. Anyway, so I looked up Bill Gates, and there was an article in People magazine in January of this year. January of this very, very year, ladies and gentlemen, and aliens. And it's a very interesting article in People, and I thought I would read it out to you. And then we can explore how old Megsy managed to finally bag a party, to go to anything really, where anybody's actually fucking ever heard of it, anybody else that's there. Normally it's a whole bunch of names I've never heard of before in my life. So yeah, let's go to this People magazine. Now, this was published apparently on the 26th of January this year, headed, Bill Gates addresses ties with sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Quote, I was foolish to spend any time with him. Well, when was it, Bill, that you spent time with Jeffrey? Was it before he went to prison or after? Because he went to prison before, didn't he, in Florida? Bill Gates is opening up about the time he spent with Jeffrey Epstein after calling their conversations together a, quote, huge mistake. In an interview with the Wall Street Journal published on the 24th of January, oh, so this is just a follow-up from People. He spoke to Wall Street first. The former Microsoft CEO, 69, spoke about the meetings he had with the late convicted sex offender. In retrospect, I was foolish to spend any time with him, he said. And he sort of got time with various people by spending time with other people, he told Wall Street. So yes, I think I was quite stupid. I thought it would help me with global healthy philanthropy. In fact, it failed to do that. It was just a huge mistake. Gates added that the controversies that stemmed from meeting the disgraced financier who died by suicide in 2019 while awaiting trial on federal conspiracy and sex trafficking charges made him more wary of building connections. Definitely, he said with a laugh. I mean, are you kidding? The Wall Street Journal previously reported in 2023 that Epstein threatened to expose Gates for having an alleged affair with Russian bridge player in 2017 while he was married to now ex-wife Melinda. Oh dear. The outlet reported at the time that Epstein had failed to get him to join in a charitable fund that never came to fruition. Epstein emailed him in 2017 asking to be reimbursed for money he spent to send the bridge player, Mila Antonova, to software coding school. The message also seemingly hinted at the idea that Epstein could expose the alleged relationship if an association between the two men was not maintained. Well, that sounds a bit blackmail-y, doesn't it? Per the newspaper, which reported that no payment was made, a spokesman for Bill told People in a statement at the time that Mr. Gates met with Epstein solely for philanthropic purposes. Having failed repeatedly to draw Mr. Gates beyond these matters, Epstein tried unsuccessfully to leverage a past relationship to threaten Mr. Gates. Oh, so the relationship did exist. Okay, well, that's the way it reads to me. Mr. Gates never had any financial dealings with Epstein, the spokesperson added. As Bill has said before, it was a mistake to have ever met him. The pair's meetings also allegedly caused a rift between Bill and Melinda. His meetings with the late convicted sex offender had irked Melinda, 60, for years. The insider said Epstein is definitely a sore spot. That's a long time for issues to fester. The New York Times reported in 2019 that Bill first met Epstein after the latter had already served jail time for soliciting prostitution for a minor and was a registered sex offender. So hang on, so Bill met him after that, yeah? Isn't that the massive criticism of Prince Andrew, sorry, Lord Mountbatten Windsor, as he is now? Isn't that the big criticism? I mean, I'm not raking all that up, but I'm wondering, because this guy was definitely at this Kris Jenner's birthday party, and Meghan and Harry were definitely there. There's this guy, he's holding a big present, presumably for the birthday girl, and they're at the same party. Now, Tyler Perry, yeah, we all know he's got a few doodahs, and we all know he's like godfather to one of, I think, the girl, the little girl. He's godfather to her. So there's sort of a reason there. But I mean, I had no idea that, I've never seen Meghan and Harry at anything with Bill Gates before. I mean, maybe they have been together. I mean, maybe Harry in a previous life, but Meghan, I'm not sure. So it's kind of interesting that suddenly Megsy bags an invitation to this high profile, let's call it that, high profile birthday party where Bill Gates happens to be as well. I mean, he's quoted in that article as saying, well, I've got to be very careful who I associate with in the future. Well, yeah, I'm not making that mistake again. And yet here we are at a birthday party with Meghan. He's not the only one. There's a couple of other wrinkles, flies in the ointment, shall we say. Mark Zuckerberg was also at the party. Let's have a look at Mark. Now, this is an article that is in Business Insider. Just look for the date it was published. 2019. July 17th, 2019, this was published. And the headline is, Mark Zuckerberg once met Jeffrey Epstein at a dinner hosted by LinkedIn founder Reid Hoffman that Elon Musk also attended. Before his recent arrest, so this article's published 2019. Before his recent arrest, so this is July 2019. Epstein's not dead at this point. He's alive still, because I think he died in the August, took his own life. Yeah, that's how the story goes, is it? Before his recent arrest, the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein was welcomed in high society, and that includes Silicon Valley. According to a Vanity Fair report published Wednesday, the disgraced financier once met Zuckerberg at a dinner organised by Reid Hoffman a few years ago, well after he went to jail in 2008 on charges including procuring a minor for prostitution. So, let me get this straight, because I mean, this really is all new to me. As I say, it's just not a story I ever dug into. Let me get this straight. Two of the exceptionally high-profile attendees at Kris Jenner's birthday party just gone, where Meghan finally managed to, this is the first time I've seen her within an inch of a billionaire, bar any members of the royal family. So she goes to this birthday party, and these two exceptionally high-profile figures, owner, founder, Facebook, etc., previous owner, founder of Microsoft, they both met Epstein after he went to jail in 2008, which isn't it the big criticism of Prince Andrew? I need a fag. This is getting a bit deep, isn't it? It all looks a bit murky from where I'm sitting. I don't like to gossip. You know me. I mean, how many other people at that party? And I haven't actually dug that deep into it. It's just that even I know who these people are. What else does it say about Zuckerberg? Mark met Epstein in passing one time at a dinner honouring scientists that was not organised by Epstein. Mark did not communicate with Epstein again following the dinner. Okay, so hang on. This is Ben LeBolt, a spokesman for Zuckerberg, confirmed that the meeting took place. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, if I go to a dinner party and there's someone who's not particularly famous, and I mean, Epstein, I wouldn't have thought Epstein was that famous at that stage. Maybe. But Zuckerberg knew who he was. So if he knew who he was, he knew where he'd been in prison and what the charges were. He knew that. His spokesperson is confirming Mark knew. He met him the one time, but he remembers. Shady, don't you think? To say the least. It's not like, Mark had no idea. It's not like Mark's spokesperson is saying, well, he could have been, I don't know. How am I supposed to remember? It's not like he's world famous. I mean, he's world famous now, but was he world famous then? So, I mean, he's confirming it. So, going by the standards of, critics, shall we call them, of Prince Andrew's, shouldn't Zuckerberg have said, not on your Nelly, I'm not going to a dinner party and sitting near that. Not in your life. So what was he doing there? And all this talk of Bill Gates and Epstein wanting a refund for supplying some Russian bridge player or something. Bridge player, that sounds so, that actually fits for Bill Gates because, you know, I know he's into that. So there's this allegation Epstein wants a refund for supplying this Russian, presumably beauty, and then Bill Gates is like, they're not denying it, and he subsequently split up with his wife. I mean, you know, oh, what a tangled web. Let's go back to the birthday party, shall we? Shall we talk about Markle's outfit? Come on, let's have a talk about it. Goodness me, that's a plunging neckline that lady's wearing. I mean, it's a James Bond themed birthday party. Oh, I bet Megsy was thinking this is going to come anywhere near Catherine in the gold dress at the actual James Bond movie premiere a few years ago. There you go, Megsy, you're drowning in a load of other people. Oh, there you are. There you are with your little leggies sticking out the bottom of the dress. Yeah, James Bond themed. Well, might have been even more James Bond if it had been held on a private island somewhere in the Caribbean, wouldn't it? A la Goldfinger, no less. I'm sure Ian Fleming would have been honoured. But no, Jeff Bezos mansion. I've got to search it now. Now we're here. I've got to search Jeff Bezos and Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, I've Jeff Bezos. Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, I've no idea. Jeffrey Epstein blackmailed Bill Gates. That's a Spotify for creators. No, I'm not really. I mean, maybe some of you guys would know that, but I've personally never heard that. But I have seen you guys mention several names in the comments. Yeah, but Megsy's dress. Let's talk about Megsy's dress. I actually really like it. I think it's a very nice dress. She looks as mad as a bag of frogs as usual. I mean, she just can't believe it. This is the pinnacle of her life. Never mind the late monarch, never mind the king, never mind the Prince and Princess of Wales, never mind any of that. I have heard that there has been some criticism that she didn't wear a poppy. Well, on the one hand, I can see that she's American, and I don't think Americans do the poppy thing. On the other hand, she is brandishing and using the Duchess of Sussex title, Sussex being a county in England. That's where I was born. That's where I'm from. And she's dining out on it, so yes, then she should wear a poppy. Harry, oh my God, Harry. Harry looks absolutely as if this is the worst fucking night of his life. He's like, oh my God. He's wearing a poppy, so he's painfully aware of what the date is. And look at her crazy little face. Crazy little face. Look, Harry. And there he is. Oh my God, how far I have fallen. There he is at a Kardashian bash. Now, I'm not bashing the Kardashians. I actually don't know much about them. I really don't. I've heard the name a lot because, you know, a lot of people do know and follow them. Very attractive women. Very successful family. I'm not quite sure what for. I think Kim is a lawyer now, isn't she? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about the Kardashians. I really don't follow them. Megsy obviously does. Megsy's just thrilled to bits. So there's Harry, knowing damn well that his family are representing the royal family. They are the royal family. They're representing the nation, the Commonwealth. And he knows. He knows. And there he is. It's just tragic. It's worse than that Disney, thing where he fucked off the Royal Marines to go to some Disney Lion King thing and then got hot mic'd, got caught trying to tout work for old Megsy, voiceover work. I mean, it's as far as world humiliation. But the aspect that really interests me, I mean, Harry, are you aware that Mark Zuckerberg met with Jeffrey Epstein after he'd gone to prison? I think he went to prison in Florida, didn't he? Sort of had some kind of weird day release. I have been trying to catch up and watch some videos to sort of familiarise myself with the story. So Harry, did you not notice what happened to your uncle couple of weeks ago. Did you not see any of that? Did it escape your attention, Harry? And a lot of the big criticisms are, well, the major one is that, as I understand it, Andrew told Emily Maitlis in the interview that he had broken contact with Jeffrey Epstein, only for it later to transpire that there are these emails that it becomes evident that he hadn't broken contact. Are you happy, Harry, that on remembrance, you know, that you're at a birthday party with at least 2 people who also met Jeffrey Epstein after he'd been in prison in Florida? The look on your face there, Harry, is saying to me, yeah, you know they're there. You know they're there, and you know how this invitation got bagged. That's my belief. I could be wrong. I mean, maybe all these high-profile people have been besties with Megxie all these years, and she's just hidden her light under a bushel because she's that kind of girl. She's just so shy. She didn't want to brag. She didn't want to drop names and say, "Oh, I'm friends with Mark. I'm friends with Bill." All these billionaires, and that's why we've never heard about it before. Or maybe Harry, looking at the look on his face, is thinking, "Oh my God, oh my God." The reason that we're here, the reason that we've been included and invited to this, is because there are some pretty scared, high-profile people who've just watched what's happened to my uncle and might be thinking, there but for the grace of God go us. Perhaps it's our turn next. I'm only theorising. I'm not saying, don't take my word for it. Never take my word for anything. Shouldn't take anybody's word for anything. You know, check everything, double check everything. You know, you've got Google. You can look these people up. That's kind of how it looks to me. Now let's go into Fiona's imagination, my favourite place. Imagine if Sarah Ferguson, thoroughly pissed off, naughty Sarah in the bad corner, perhaps gets drunk and says some shit like, "Oh, Andrew knew Megxie before Harry." She might give an interview, she might write a book. I mean, there have been these rumours swirling for years, haven't there? I can't marry up why Megxie's suddenly at a high profile thing when this has never happened before. Plus it smacks of absolute desperation. What was the last? There was something before. You see, I'm beginning to forget myself what she did. She did something quite recently, didn't she? I've forgotten. She did something a few days ago. What the hell was it? It was something... I honestly can't remember. I mean, they're just disappearing into oblivion, these 2 idiots. And I think the sooner that the title is taken off him, the better. I really do. I've got to Google it. She did something kind of incredible, like weird, super weird. The girl actually drowned herself out of her own news stories, her own media stories. No, I can't. I mean, they went to the baseball. They went to a baseball game, but she did something after that, and we were all talking about it on a live. And I said, "Oh, wait a minute, there'll be more high-profile shit coming out." Oh, that's right, she's gone back to acting. Oh, that's right, it's just come to me. She's gone back to acting. She's going to star in a movie and all that. Yeah. And we were talking on a live, weren't we? And we were all discussing that it won't be long before there's more high profile. You know, it's going to panic mode, quick, get the deals in before the titles are taken. And here we are. She's at a high profile birthday bash. Well, I'm not sure how much lead Bill Gates or Zuckerberg swing with the monarchy. Probably not that much at this point in time. The monarchy are probably like, Bill who? Mark what? What's Facebook? I have no idea what Microsoft is. Perhaps, you know, while they shuffle someone off to Norfolk to house them, retire them off, and then there's old Megxie with these high profile characters. Very interesting. I wonder if any members of the mainstream media will ever look into this. Or is this a kind of story that's going to go on and on and on for another 10 years before finally there'll be some email come out saying, look at Megzy. Megzy was booked. Now, I distinctly remember when she first got engaged, you know, when her name first came out, when she put her name out, she blabbed to the press. I seem to recall someone got a screenshot of her Instagram where somebody had left her a dead weird message saying, I'd like to book you. Can I book you for September in Croatia to be on a yacht or something like that? What the hell was that all about? Was that I suppose that was a modelling gig, you know, just modelling because she's so beautiful. Maybe foot modelling. You get that. I hear she's got an OnlyFans page for her feet, just her feet. But curiouser and curiouser, isn't it? Makes one wonder. I wonder if she cozied up to Oprah and Gail while she was there. I haven't seen any photographs, but then there's Megsy's Instagram, isn't there? That will probably come later. She'll go on her Instagram and she'll be releasing little teasers all over the place, won't she? I mean, you can see she's absolutely bursting in those photographs. She's bursting with insanity. It's beaming out of her head, isn't it? Woo! This is so exciting. This is what I wanted from the beginning. Oh, and there's Harry. Medal-less Harry. Uniformless Harry. Soon to be title-less Harry. Was she worth it, Harry? Was it all worth it? And where on earth, my boy, is this going to end? In absolute disaster, would be my thought. Ooh, look at that carpet. That's got a lot of stains all over it, hasn't it? That is carpet, isn't it? Yeah, it is. What in the holy... I mean, I suppose that might be part of the pattern, but on the grey bit, no. It looks a bit worn, doesn't it? Or is that... I mean, it looks like they've already had a party and spilled a load of drinks. Is this them being thrown out? Or is this him dragging her out? Perhaps this is not them arriving. Perhaps this is... right, we're leaving. Look at the state of that carpet. I personally would be fucking ashamed to have a carpet like that with a load, you know, for someone's birthday. It's a really important occasion. I mean, it looks like someone's whittled all over the floor, doesn't it? Oh, wee Willy Winky's been there before. I mean, well, dear. Oh, dear, Harry. Oh, what a pickle. What a pickle you've landed yourself in. Don't you think you're kicking yourself now? Don't you think maybe Uncle Charles was right? Don't you think all your mates were right? Don't you think Big Brother was right when they all said, don't you think Prince Philip was right when he said one steps out with these type of women, one doesn't marry them? Are you now thinking, hothead Harry, are you now thinking to yourself, what have I done to my own life? Oh my God. And more importantly, how the hell am I ever going to get out of this? Lock her in an attic somewhere, Harry, like Wuthering Heights, or not Wuthering Heights, what was it called? Jane Eyre. That's right. Lock her in the attic, tell everybody she's ill or she's gone away or something, and marry some other woman, and we'll have a modern day Jane Eyre. Yeah, shall we? Good grief. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Oh, and please, it's not a political thing. You know, I see that's starting to come into it. You know, what does Trump know? What did Biden know? There can be legalities. There can be reasons, you know, maybe the lawyers have said, you're just not allowed to talk about this because we're building for something. So, you know, please, this isn't a political channel. It's not for political arguments. Who on earth knows who's on that list? Because the list is secret. Been secret for a very, 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 very long time though, hasn't it? Thank you all very much for listening. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. May your God be with you.